Good morning, or early afternoon, I should say. Good morning, good morning. I'm super excited to jump on here. I have not been live on my Facebook page in a really long time. So I'm really excited to be on here. Today I am talking about how to ditch your poor mental health habits and the first 3 out of 12 steps to healing your money story. So if you don't know who I am, which I'm sure if you're on my Facebook page you do, I am Courtney Bradley. If you are on here, say hello. If you're jumping in live, say hello. Hi, Nikki. I'm super excited. I haven't been live in such a long time. And it's such a nice day outside. It was an amazing holiday weekend. I spent like the whole weekend outside. It was awesome. Hi, Jenny. I hung out with Jenny. Hi, Lex. So I don't want to keep you waiting too long. I'm going to go ahead and just jump right into this and talk about ditching your poor mental health habits and healing your money story, which is something people don't love to talk about. Like, mental health has become so taboo and become something that people really don't want to discuss because, hi Tegan, because they feel like they're going to be shamed for it, and they think that people are going to judge them. And that's really truly one big piece of healing that, ditching those poor mental health habits is understanding that what you go through is normal and the things you go through are okay, and that you can truly start healing yourself from within to allow those negative, yucky feelings to kind of go away. Hi, Liz. So you need to really start thinking about, first and foremost, how often you say to yourself, like, oh, I'm such a fool. I can't believe I just did that. Or that was really dumb of me. Or how embarrassing. Or I can't do that. I'm just not capable of doing that. Or how often you find yourself scrolling through Facebook and envying your friends who have cultivated success in their lives. Or how often you tell yourself how broke you are and how you can't afford this or can't afford that. Those are things that are truly going to hold back your mental health. Hi, Andriana. And they're going to really keep you stuck. You're training your mind to stay stuck when you're continuing to tell yourself things like, I'm broke, I can't afford this, I'll never be able to afford this. Why me? Why is she successful? Why am I not successful? Why is he able to do this and I'm not able to do that? Those are the things that are truly going to keep you stuck. Hi, Chris. Hi, Rachel. They're not going to let you get to that next step because you're already telling yourself you're not capable of doing it. And you're not going to put in the work and action to move forward if you don't even think it's something you're able to do. Why do the work if we can't succeed? So the first thing is really starting with one specific habit and making a big shift in it. And if you start with one and you see results, you're going to want to add more into your life. So I heard this story recently about a man who was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, and it completely destroyed his mental health when he found that out. And he said, I'm not going to change the way I eat. I'm not going to change my habits. I want to keep living the way I'm living because I'm happy. I'm happy with the way I'm living, and I'm happy with the way my life is going. And just because some doctor, hi Aaron, told me that I have type 2 diabetes, I'm not going to give up my favorite, drink of Pepsi, and I'm not going to stop eating all the things I love. Why am I going to make myself unhappy just to keep living? Why live unhappy? And he ended up going to see a psychologist, and the psychologist told him, start with one. Okay, let's start with one. Let's make a shift from Pepsi to Diet Pepsi. And she said every single time he came in, he talked to her, hi Heather, about how awful Diet Pepsi tasted. But he was noticing that his numbers were going further and further down, and he was seeing the change, which motivated him and inspired him. Thanks, Heather. Motivated him and inspired him to continue to make those changes because he was seeing results. So from that point, he ended up giving up soda altogether. And then he went to a Goodwill and he found a old exercise bike and he bought it for a couple of dollars and he ended up putting it in front of his TV. And he just started pedaling while watching TV. Instead of sitting on the couch, he sat on the exercise bike and started pedaling. Let me know if you can't hear me since my air conditioner just kicked on. He was pedaling and pedaling. And what he started to notice was the TV was beginning to get clearer. He was able to see it a lot better. And he recognized that he was in control of all the things that he struggled with in his own life. And as his diabetes got better through the changes he was making in his life, he was able, hi Erica, I haven't talked to you in forever. He was able to become super motivated and heal so many different things in his life that were really holding him back. So I thought that was super cool. Hi Kayla. So from there, that's where the one, changing that one thing. I'm trying to open my umbrella really quick because the sun just got super, super bright, but it doesn't want to open. There we go. Okay. So changing one thing, one bad habit and turning it into a good habit, and really giving your mental health that opportunity to see strength and see that you are wanting something bigger and better into your life is what's so important, is just making that one small change a day. Hi, Anna. So we tend to want to make that shift to using I can'ts to powerful I am statements because our thoughts lead our lives and they guide us to our goals. If you don't think you're capable, you're not going to put in the work and you're not going to see success because you're just not willing to do it. Once you decide that you are capable and that you are good enough and you're worthy of getting the things you want to get, you're going to start putting in the action and the intentional action and the intentional work to make things happen. So believing we can is the very first step. You need to get to know your money story. You need to recognize how money was talked about when you were younger in your house. You need to recognize how you talk about money now. Do you talk about being broke all the time, or do you talk about how you're going to be receiving more and money is willing to be coming into your life? How do you think about your worth? Do you believe that you are worthy of having, earning a high salary? Do you believe that you are worthy of making $1 million? Do you think that that's something that you are fully capable of? And if it's not, you need to write it all out and talk about why you think you're not worthy, and you need to observe yourself from within and break through those barriers. And then number 2, you need to become the master of the money that you have. You need to be really, really intentional, and you need to give each penny a purpose. If your money is truly just a placeholder until you find something that is worth exchanging its value for. So, for example, if you are wanting to buy a house, you're not just going to be putting money in the bank for the sake of it being in there. You're not going to be putting it into a savings account for the sake of it sitting in there. You're saving money for a purpose. And so money within itself is actually nothing until you find something that is worth exchanging its value for. So if you're saving money for a house, truly that money is not sitting in there just to show a number in your bank account. It's sitting in there growing so that you can put a down payment down on a home. It's worth nothing until you find that home to start paying for. So you need to become the master of the money that you have. As step 2, know your bank and cash inside and out. Know what's in there. Know what it's going to be used for. Understand your bills and your debts. If you don't know how far in debt you are, if you don't know your debt number, if you don't know what's in there and what needs to be paid, you're not going to have any desire to pay it back. You're not going to have any desire to pay it off because you have no idea. You don't understand it. And knowledge is power. And without knowledge, you can't execute. And execution is what creates success. You need to actively be working out a plan to pay off everything, your bills, your debts, everything. If you don't have a plan in place, you're not going to put any action in. Everything leads back to why you're doing it. Why are you going to work if there's no reason for it? If someone is out there paying your bills, why are you going to go to work every single day? If you have someone out there doing for you, why are you going to sit back and create your own business and make more money? You're not going to do it. You have to have a purpose and you have to have a why. And there's always, always, always opportunities to make money. There's no lack of abundance of opportunities in 2017. So if you're holding yourself back from making more money, that's the only reason that you're not making more money, because you're holding yourself back. You need to be knowing and understanding the things that need to change, and you need to be active and be intentional about doing them. Focus on your plan A and don't worry about plan B or C or D. If you only give yourself one plan, you're going to follow through with that plan, because it's the only option you have. If you don't think to yourself like, oh, if I lose this job, that's fine because I can go to this job, you're never going to put your whole heart into where you are now. You're going to half-ass everything because you know that there's something different. Whether it's better or not, you have another option around the corner. And step number 3 is work out how much money you need. This is where the plan really comes in place. To pay your bills and debts, what do you need? To all the way down to your groceries and the fuel you're using every single week. You need to avoid leaving excessive wiggle room. Try and be it to the point, to a budget as possible, because every penny needs to have a purpose. Trust and know that you are capable of doing these things, and then you're going to add in your wants and desires to your plan, and then you're going to actively be intentional about playing out this plan. Your one and only plan, your plan A, the only plan that exists. Be intentional with it. So those are the first 3 steps out of 12 to healing your money story and ditching your poor mental health habits. And tonight, if you haven't seen it, I know I posted it a couple times, and I'm going to go ahead and link the link to my free webinar for tonight in the comments below. It is the 12 steps to healing your money story. So if the first 3 interested you, you're definitely going to want to hear the other 9. It's at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, so 9 Eastern. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link in the comments so you can sign up. There is a maximum capacity, so you want to make sure you're signing up and getting in on that. And there will be a huge announcement at the end with bonuses available to you and one big giveaway for a live viewer. So hi, Lindsay. I'm just about to jump off, but if you want to, you can watch the replay. So yeah, the link will be in the comments. You're going to want to sign up for that. There is a maximum capacity, so you can hear the full 12 steps to healing your money story rather than just the first 3. So I am really looking forward to it. 8 p.m. Central Standard Time this evening. We will be talking about the 12 steps to healing your money story with some really big announcements and a really big giveaway valued at over $444. So I look forward to seeing you guys there. Hi, Robin. And we're going to have a blast. So join me tonight, and you will see the link shortly. Everyone have an amazing Wednesday, and I will chat with you soon.